Alright, so this is my review for Super Monkey Ball 3D, which is a launch title in the United States for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, I just want to say that this is the first Super Monkey Ball game that I have played since the original Super Monkey Ball on the GameCube. And I want to say I do realize that the series has been dumbed down, especially on the Wii titles, but this is the first one I've played since then, and I have to say I was quite disappointed. Now, let me break down what this game is. It's split up into 3 game modes. The main gameplay mode is regular Monkey Ball mode. We roll your ball around through these obstacle courses and just try to make it to the goal at the end of the stage. And there are bananas in each course, which you can collect, and once you receive 30 of them, you'll get an extra life. Now, there are 8 different worlds, 7 of which are available from the start, and you receive the 8th world after completing all 7 other worlds. So all in all, you get 80 levels, 10 levels per world. And that might seem like a lot, but let me tell you, the courses take less than a minute to complete, usually around 30 to 45 seconds. So you can beat the Monkey Ball mode in around an hour. And unfortunately, things are not challenging. These stages are very linear. You have little chance of falling off the stage. If you take your time and get the bananas, you're going to have no challenge whatsoever. And the reasoning behind this is, I can tell that this game was originally designed to take advantage of the gyro sensor in the Nintendo 3DS, because the levels are designed to actually work quite well with moving around the system. So there is another gameplay mode where you can tilt your 3DS around and actually move the monkey balls around like that, and it actually works quite well, because the levels are designed with railings on the side, so you're less likely to fall off the edges, which is definitely helpful. It does add a bit more challenge to the game when you do use this mode, but unfortunately, that also means that you have to turn off the 3D mode, because tilting around the 3DS does not work with 3D on. It gets very blurry. And speaking of the 3D, I was actually quite nauseated the first time I played this game with 3D, because the camera is very sporadic and it's, jumping all over the place. But once I got used to it, this is actually one of the best looking 3D games on the 3DS launch library. You can definitely judge your distance quite well, and it overall just looks really, really great. The next gameplay mode is Monkey Race, which, believe it or not, had a lot of potential to be great. There are 9 different courses set in 3 different settings, and some of the levels are designed really well. I think they actually compete with some of the best Mario Kart design tracks out there. Believe it or not, they're not that bad. But what really hampers this is that it seems rushed. The controls are really bad. Drifting and power sliding and getting hit by weapons from the other racers and everything. It's just so clunky, and it slows down the action so much. I can't tell you how many times I tried power drifting around a turn just to have the controls fight with me and send me flying off the edge. Unfortunately, as good as the design is around the racing mode, the controls and the gameplay just don't live up to it. Unfortunately, it will get stale very quick, being that there's only 9 different tracks. There are different vehicles that you can unlock with different stats, but it just does not hold up. If they put more time into this and maybe made it its own game, it would have been great. And that's really my main complaint about Super Monkey Ball 3D. Just as the next gameplay mode I'm going to get into, it seems like they tried to do too many different things in one game, and they rushed it out. If they had made just the Monkey Ball mode into one game, it would have been great. If they would have made a Monkey Ball Racer in its own entire game and put more time into it, it probably would have turned out great. And the next one is Monkey Fight, which is a Super Smash Bros. Inspired fighting gameplay mode, which offers 3 different levels and a few different gameplay modes, all of which revolve almost around the same thing, and that's collecting bananas and holding onto them for as long as you can. Getting knocked off the stage and getting knocked around, you'll lose bananas and the enemies can pick them up. So the moves are very basic. There's just a light attack, a heavy attack, and then you have an alternate attack mode, which might be laying down, say, a bomb or shooting at a fireball, depending upon the monkey that you pick the fight as. And this mode, once again, is pretty stale. It's a great idea. You can definitely see the Smash Brothers influence. There's even power, the Smash moves where you can break open the golden barrel and get your Smash move, and each monkey has a specific special move that they can use. And that's pretty fun. I mean, design-wise, they had the right idea. But once again, the controls are just pretty abysmal. The gameplay just is not fun. Playing against the AI, they're extremely cheap. And, as soon as I'm in the lead, I don't know if I just suck at this gameplay mode, but I always get my butt kicked and they knock me right down to 4th place, but it just seems very imbalanced. It's not very fun. With that being said, if you have some friends that you can play with this game with, it might be pretty fun. The racing mode, especially the Monkey Fight mode, might be good for an hour or two, kind of just laying around, you have nothing else to do. But if you're playing this by yourself against the AI, I would avoid it by all means. Unfortunately, it's a game that seems like it was rushed. They tried to fit too many things into one package, whereas if they had left it just a standalone Monkey Ball game, the Monkey Ball that I miss. What happened to that challenging, cursing at the screen, Monkey Ball game that I remember playing back on the GameCube? Well, it's unfortunately no more. So I can't really highly recommend this at all, not even to the biggest Super Monkey Ball fans. This will appeal to younger kids, or if you have some friends that are actually willing to play the multiplayer with you, you might want to give it a shot.